We know he's not telling what they are, but he's telling you what they're for.
By taking pills. Maybe it's for blood pressure, maybe it's for ADD, or sometimes just some Advil for stiffness or a hangover. But other times, well, watch.
Medication, we got a new lease on life for 30 days. Mood stabilizer, right? Keeps me from shooting too high. Got antidepressant from shooting too low. You know what I'm saying? A ceiling and a floor for my moods. And then we got an antipsychotic. This one's more so for the general well-being of society around me. You know what I'm saying? You don't want me off of this one. GU. See, that doesn't even... My last name's Gumby. That doesn't stand for Gumby. That stands for get up. We got things to do. Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Primetime hopes that kid's okay. But what's going on here?
See it before
We've all noticed the country's popping pills like crazy, and here's the proof. In 1986, antipsychotic medication sales were $500 million. Last year, almost $15 billion. Almost 1 in 4 Americans are on psychiatric drugs. Why isn't anybody talking about this? And teenagers are the biggest market for big pharma. Teen depression and anxiety, it's up 70%. So we're more medicated than ever. And we're more
The side effects of the drugs that they're talking about, they cause psychosis.
Dr. Marty McCary is a Fox News medical contributor and the author of The Price We Pay. So, Dr. Marty, are these drugs even working?
Many of them are not. We have the most medicated, the most disabled, the most diagnosed population in the history of the world. And in some cases, we are medicating ordinary life. It is the medicalization of ordinary life. In other instances, we are medicating problems that we create. We cover kids' faces for 2 years with masks and wonder why half of them are depressed or anxious. And Big Pharma is not upset at this problem. As a matter of fact, they're encouraging doctors to prescribe more. And the old guard at the NIH is trying to fund more laboratory science that'll lead to more medication cures. We need to study food as medicine and how to treat diabetes with cooking classes and to treat high blood pressure with sleep science and stress management and things like that. Obesity needs to be treated with school lunch programs. We can't just keep
exercise.
at the problem. And right now, that's exactly what we're doing.
Isn't anxiety a part of life? I mean, the greatest generation, they weren't anxious. They weren't anxious in the 18th century when the pioneers were colliding with the Native Americans. Anxiety, and now in 2022, what, your seamless isn't there in time?
Well, one epidemic problem none of us talk about is the impact of the loss of communities, of isolation, especially in seniors, but also in students. We see depression and anxiety at epidemic proportions, and many times the solution is creating communities. People are living alone, they're isolated, and it's no wonder they're depressed sometimes. These are common sense problems that have been around for a long time that can be treated with communities, except for those rare cases where medications are desperately needed because all else fails.
I think you're exactly right. Dr. Marty, thank you so much for joining us. Everybody, check out the book. Have a great night.
Thanks.
Eat healthy, exercise, pray to God, and believe in epigenetics.
As police are concerned that the killer may attend the